Welcome to the deep dive. We dig through the data to pull out the key info you need fast. Today, we're looking into bioavailability, specifically this really interesting natural compound from turmeric curcumin. You've probably heard of it, but getting it into your system effectively, that's been, well, tricky, our mission today. Figure out why it's been so tough and how science is finally getting around that. So let's start there, this curcumin conundrum. Why is it so hard for our bodies to actually use it?
Yeah, it's a classic problem, really. Curcumin itself is not very well absorbed. The big reason, it's hydrophobic.
Meaning it doesn't play well with water.
Exactly. So in your gut, which is mostly water, the curcumin molecules just kind of clump together like oil beads in water, you know.
Okay.
And because they clump up, very little actually gets absorbed into your bloodstream. Most of it just passes right through. This low systemic availability, it's really limited how effective it could be.
Right. And people have tried fixing this before, haven't they? Like mixing it with other things.
Oh, absolutely. For years, scientists tried different combinations. But often, you'd maybe see a little spike in blood levels.
But short-lived?
Very short-lived. Maybe an hour, tops.
Yeah.
Then it would just crash back down. Not really effective long-term exposure.
So what was the big shift? What's the new thinking?
The real breakthrough, I think, came with using these specific types of sugar molecules. Cyclodextrin.
Cyclodextrins. Okay, what are they?
Picture like a tiny molecular donut. Seriously. It's got this ring shape with a hollow center. Now, the inside of that donut hole is hydrophobic. It likes things that don't mix with water, like curcumin.
Ah, so the curcumin molecule can sort of tuck inside.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It gets encapsulated right in there. But here's the clever bit. The outside of the donut, the surface, is hydrophilic. It loves water.
Okay, I see where this is going.
So the whole package, the cyclodextrin with the curcumin inside, suddenly becomes water compatible. It disperses really well. Scientists call it a molecular dispersion. Instead of clumping, the curcumin is spread out evenly in the water.
Which means it can actually get absorbed properly in the intestine.
Exactly. Much better transport, much better absorption, particularly higher up in the gut. And certain types, like gamma-cyclodextrin, seem especially good at this.
This sounds like more than just a small improvement. How much better are we talking? What does the research actually show?
We're talking orders of magnitude better. It's pretty dramatic. Human clinical studies are showing around 40 times higher absorption into the bloodstream compared to just standard curcumin extract.
40 times. Wow.
Yeah, and that's backed up by other work, too. Rodent studies showed maybe 8 to 20 times more curcuminoids in the blood. And even in lab tests, like with human intestinal cell models, up to 10 times better uptake into the cells themselves.
But the human trials are key, right? What else did they find?
Well, beyond just confirming that roughly 40-fold increase, they showed something crucial: sustained levels. People had high concentrations in their blood for up to 12 hours after taking it.
12 hours? That's completely different from that 1-hour spike you mentioned earlier.
Totally different. It means your body's cells are exposed to the active compound for much, much longer. Gives it more time to actually, have an effect.
Okay, so better absorption isn't just a number. It leads to better results in the body. What kind of improved benefits are we seeing?
Well, take inflammation. These enhanced forms are proving much more effective at inhibiting inflammatory markers. There were rat studies on colitis, for instance, showing significant reduction.
Interesting. What about at the cellular level?
Yeah, better cellular uptake translates to more potent action in lab settings, things like slowing down unwanted cell proliferation growth and encouraging apoptosis.
Apoptosis, that's programmed cell death, right?
Yeah.
Getting rid of unhealthy cells.
Exactly. A really important natural process. And another really interesting finding is about a key metabolite, tetrahydrocurcumin, or THCC.
Okay, what's that?
It's one of the main active forms that curcumin breaks down into in the body. And it has its own complementary health benefits. This cyclodextrin complex seems to boost THCC levels too, also by about 40 times. So you get a kind of double benefit.
That's fascinating. And I know you mentioned athletes earlier. This sounds relevant for sports recovery.
Absolutely. There's growing evidence that curcumin can help with exercise-induced muscle damage. It seems to lower some inflammatory markers after intense exercise and might even help muscle regeneration. Even the International Olympic Committee has noted it as something athletes might consider for recovery.
And how practical is this enhanced form? Is it easy to use?
Generally, yes. It usually comes as a dry powder, which is pretty stable, and because of that water-compatible outer layer we talked about, it disperses really easily in water or other liquids.
So you can put it in lots of different things.
For sure. That versatility means you'll find it in tablets, capsules, of course, but also potentially in things like nutritional bars or even drinks.
And is the science still moving forward? Are there even newer ideas?
Oh, definitely. People are looking at things like nanoparticle delivery systems, using other carriers, sometimes alongside cyclodextrins, to get even more targeted. They're even exploring ways for intracellular delivery, getting the compound right inside specific cells. That could be huge for certain health conditions down the line.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you listening? It really shows how understanding these tiny molecular interactions can unlock so much potential from nature.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Just that clever bit of molecular architecture, that little shelter for the curcumin, changes everything about its impact. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it, what other beneficial natural compounds are just waiting for us to find their perfect delivery system? Something to think about as you continue your own deep dives.